Hey everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. My name is Mindy Banks. I'm the Flip Flop Chef, and today I'm going to show you Pampered Chef's electric pop and stir. This product is so cool, and I can't wait to show you how to make popcorn and candied nuts. If this is the first video you're watching of mine, I hope you'll click the subscribe button while you're here, and don't forget to go to theflipflopchef.com. You'll be able to access my recipe community from the button at the top of that page, and I'll be sharing lots more recipes for you to use in the pop and stir. So let's go ahead and get started. So obviously, this is a popcorn maker, but you can also use it to make candied nuts. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to make popcorn. I'll tell you a little bit more about the product. Then we're going to make the candied nuts, and you're going to have this for yourself, but also for all the gift giving that you're going to want to do over the holidays and any time of the year. So you guys ready to see this? Let's go ahead and get started. So I've got this plugged in, but there is cord storage on the bottom of the pop and stir. So you'll be able to wrap the cord up when you're not using it and store it in a cabinet or in your garage or a closet or wherever you have space for it. Now, if you eat popcorn regularly, then you're gonna wanna find a permanent space for this in your kitchen so that you can grab it anytime. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk about this lid. So this lid has a couple of purposes. First, it's gonna keep your popcorn from popping out of the pop and stir, but it can also double as a serving bowl. So when you're using this as a serving bowl, you wanna make sure that this blue disc is attached. When you're cooking with this product, you take it off. So we're gonna go ahead and take it off, so don't forget to do that. You'll notice that there's venting holes on the top of this lid. That is for a couple of reasons. Obviously to vent the steam. But if you like butter on your popcorn, you can actually put the butter pats on the top. And as the popcorn is popping, that steam melts the butter and it rains down on top of the popcorn. How amazing is that? So let's set this aside for now and let's just go ahead and get all of our ingredients right here in the pop and stir. You will get this pop and stir guide, comes in the box with this product, and then you also get a little bit more detailed information here in this use and care guide that you get. But this is the instructions on how to make your popcorn and how to make candied nuts. So I'm just gonna open this up, and the very first section tells you how to make popcorn. So the maximum amount of kernels that you can use for popcorn at one time is a half a cup. So I'm gonna measure out a half a cup of popcorn kernels. Now, before I put this on the top, let me show you a couple things before this gets hot, because it'll be harder for me to explain this. So this piece comes right off, and all of this is so easy to clean. I'm 99% sure that it can go in the dishwasher, but I'm gonna check only because I wanna make sure that I answer that question during the video. I think it's in this guide here. I washed mine by hand. It was so easy to clean by hand. That's why I didn't put it in the dishwasher. But it says here that the cooking plate, the bowl, and the cap, which is this blue piece right here, are all dishwasher safe. The stir rod, plate, post, and center knob are hand wash only, okay? So hopefully that helps answer your questions on what pieces are dishwasher safe and what pieces are not. So this is where the heating element is found, and then this piece goes right on the top. So you're gonna just press this down. This piece unscrews and it releases this little stirring rod. I'm gonna leave that in place because we need that for our popcorn. But for this recipe, you guys are gonna be shocked at how easy this is. You're just gonna put your kernels right on top of the pop and stir. Then you're gonna add 2 tablespoons of oil, or if you're using butter, you're gonna put them in the top. I'm gonna use oil for this example, just so that I don't dirty the top of this, because I don't want a big mess right now, and we're gonna use this again for the candied nuts. Not that it's a big mess, but I'm doing a couple of demos, and this will make it easier for me to in between videos. 2 tablespoons of oil. This is Pampered Chef's oil and vinegar dispenser. I love this because you just squeeze on the side, and you can measure anywhere from 1 teaspoon to 3 teaspoons, and 3 teaspoons is a tablespoon, so it makes it really easy for us to measure this out. So 2 tablespoons of oil. And then what you're gonna do, you're gonna make sure that you take this little cover off. So we've already done that. Put this right on the top. You're gonna turn this to the pop setting. Now already, let me zoom in a little bit and see if you guys can see. I don't know how well you'll see through here. I think from me looking at the screen, it looks like you guys can see this little piece just spinning around. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna leave this alone, and we're gonna let our popcorn pop. And so I'm gonna just let that go. You're gonna start hearing those popping kernels here in just a couple minutes. I want to talk to you about a couple of other things, tell you about the candied nuts, then I'll show you how to make the candied nuts when we're finished with the popcorn. And this does have literally step-by-step picture instructions on how to make this. You can't mess this up. That's one of the things that I love about this product, is it is so easy for you to use. Now, a limited time product for the fall. While supplies last, you can get our popcorn seasoning set. So these 3 seasonings are only available in the set, which unfortunately means that you can't buy more of them when you run out unless you buy the whole set. But the great news is all 3 of these are delicious and amazing, and I can't wait to tell you about the newest seasoning that you guys have not tried before, and that is the smoked Gouda. You guys, this smoked Gouda seasoning is incredible. You can of course put it on your popcorn, you can put it in your pasta, you can add it to mashed potatoes, or maybe you want to make Gouda grits, just stir it into the grits. You can put this on chicken and vegetables and just grill those up however way you like. So you're gonna love this smoked Gouda seasoning, and I have my fingers crossed that this will eventually be in our line full time. So you're gonna love that one. And we have 2 bringbacks. So these are seasonings that you've seen before. You may have them, you may love them. This is a great opportunity for you to get some more of them. Our ranch popcorn seasoning and our French toast popcorn seasoning. So we have all 3 of those. I'm going to be using a bottle of French toast popcorn seasoning that I already have open, and it's a little bit different shape, but it's the exact same product. We went through a period of time where bottles were hard for us to get, and so some of our bottle sizes varied for a short period of time. But the French toast seasoning, we're going to use this to make French toast roasted nuts, and I have a nut mixture that we're going to use for that. I think in just a minute or so, we're going to start seeing these popcorn kernels start popping, so you're going to love seeing this in action. If you like to cook gifts or bake gifts to give around the holidays or any time of the year really, I want to make a suggestion for the popcorn. There's lots of ways you can gift this. The easiest way is to wrap it in a cellophane bag, tie a pretty ribbon around it, and give it to whoever you're wanting to give that away to. However, when you store popcorn in a bag, it doesn't, you hear this popping, it doesn't stay fresh very long. And so my suggestion is to get some like tin cans. So I have a tin can here, right here. So this is popping. Hopefully you guys can see that happening. Hopefully you hear it, but in a few minutes you're definitely gonna be seeing that. So hopefully none of those pops catch me off guard and scare me, right? But this is a tin can. You can get tin cans at like Hobby Lobby or Michael's. I'm sure you could order some on Amazon if you wanted something specific or specialty, or if you don't have those other stores near you. But the reason you want to store this in a can is it's going to last much, much longer. Think about when you go to the grocery store or Walmart or Target, especially around the holidays, and they have those big containers of popcorn. They're in a tin can for a reason. So if you want to make a big container of popcorn, I'm sure you could do that too. But the aluminum or the tin can is the most important step if you want this popcorn to last more than the day that you're making it. So that's just a little bonus tip. You can also use the tin can to store the candied nuts. So I went ahead and made a batch of candied nuts, and the maximum amount of nuts that you can use in the pop and stir at one time is 1 cup. So I used the recipe in this little cooking guide to make this jar of nuts. And in this jar, or excuse me, in this recipe, you use 1 cup of raw or roasted nuts. These were raw almonds. I added 1/2 cup of sugar, 2 tablespoons of water, 1½ teaspoons of Pampered Chef's Caringi cinnamon, and 1 teaspoon of Pampered Chef vanilla extract, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'm not going to follow that same recipe when we make nuts in a few minutes because we're going to use a French toast popcorn seasoning. But just to give you an idea of what this was, how this was made, that's the recipe that I followed. So check this out. You have all the instructions that you need for both popcorn and candied nuts right here on this really cool fold-out card that Pampered Chef made for us. It's full color, and check this out. On the back, there are some QR codes here. There are some for the United States and some for Canada. I know we have a lot of Canadian customers, even though I can't sell to Canadians. I know I have a lot of followers for that too. So if you get your Pop and Stir, you'll be able to scan the QR code based on the country, US or Canada, and get even more inspiration. Lots of other recipes, including some recipes that use Jell-O to make colored popcorn. So like you could do multiple colors of popcorn. There's like a Chicago mix, there's a caramel popcorn recipe, and then there are some recipes that include the candied nuts and the popcorn. Come on, you guys, can't get any better than that, right? So I'm listening to these popping, and I think we're just about done. So it says here, I wanna make sure I tell you right. It says listen for 3 seconds between pops. I think we're pretty close. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop that. I definitely don't wanna burn this. You're just gonna turn that to off, and then you're ready to eat this popcorn. So let's go ahead and flip this out. What you're gonna wanna do first is you take this cover. You're gonna just put this on the top like this, and then you do wanna use our microwave grips, our oven mitts, or our mini oven mitts, and you're just gonna pick this up from the side. Remember, this is the heating element underneath, so it is very hot. We're gonna flip this over just like this, and then I'm gonna gently flip this back over. I was really strategic in my planning. I'm going to wipe this out so that I don't have any popcorn kernels. And this is not very dirty, because when we're gonna make the sugared or the French popcorn nuts, it's gonna be sticky. So that's why I chose to do the popcorn first and then the nuts. So look, if you're making popcorn, that's how easy it is to clean up. So we're gonna put this back in, and I've got a little kernel on the side, and check this out. Let's see if this is hot. That's not hot. But look at all that popcorn. So we've got this great bowl of popcorn. You can sprinkle the seasoning that you want on the top, or you can just use salt. You can even melt butter if you like lots of butter. Go ahead and melt the butter in our microwave egg cooker, and or ceramic egg cooker, excuse me, and drizzle that on the top if you like lots of butter. I'll set this aside. Connor and Christian can eat that later on. But I'm gonna make the candied nuts now. So since I'm using a different recipe than I used the first time, I'm gonna use my cheat sheet here. We're gonna make French toast roasted nuts. So you can use raw nuts of your choice. There is a little note on here. It says, raw nuts give you a crunchy exterior and a softer inside. If you don't have raw nuts, you can use roasted nuts, but they're gonna be crunchier. So keep that in mind. This is exactly 1 cup. And this is a combination of cashews, walnuts, and macadamia nuts. I get this from Aldi. And this is actually the nut mixture that I like to use when I'm making almond milk in the deluxe cooking blender. And that is a product I absolutely love. If you have it, love it, need more recipes, I have a whole playlist on this channel right here. So after you subscribe and when this video is over, just go look at the playlist for the deluxe cooking blender. You're gonna find out how to make alternative milk, and I think I have more than 30 videos just for that one product. I've got my 1 cup of nuts. I'm gonna go ahead and just sprinkle these on here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the ingredients in the order that they are listed. I don't know if that really matters, but I like to follow the instructions, especially when it's something new. Make sure I didn't knock that out. Okay, we're gonna do 1/4 cup of sugar. So this isn't quite 1/4 cup. This is our little stainless scoop that I keep inside of here. It's only 3 tablespoons, so it's a little bit less than 1/4 cup. I'm gonna sprinkle this all around, and then it says to add 2 tablespoons of the French toast popcorn seasoning. So remember, I already had a bottle because we love that around here. I like to put this on Pampered Chef's donut mix when I make donut holes or donuts in our donut pans. Sprinkle 2 tablespoons. I have my fan on, as I always do. I'm always so hot-natured, and the fan is blowing this French toast popcorn seasoning around, and my kitchen just smells amazing right now. Now I'm gonna add 1½ tablespoons of water. So I'm just gonna sprinkle this on the top, and then we're gonna select the nuts setting. So I'm gonna turn this to nuts, and you see how it just starts spinning. So before, when I was doing the popcorn, you really couldn't see very well through that domed lid. But here, you're going to see this going. So while this is going, I'm gonna leave that view on there for you. If the nuts happen to get like clumped up anywhere around here, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a heat-safe spatula. So this is our scoop and spread, I like this. And you can actually, let's just say I need to move these around so that there's not so many clumping up. You may have to do that a couple of times. I didn't feel like it was anything that extreme, but we're gonna let this cook for 9 to 12 minutes. And then when these are done, I am going to come back. I'm gonna show you the finished product, and we're going to put these out on a, whoops, excuse me, zoomed in a little bit weird there. I'm gonna transfer these to a parchment paper lined cookie sheet and let them cool off. And what you want to look for when you're cooking these is kind of like a sandy look. So I'm going to pour some of these out and show you guys. Let me zoom in a little bit. All right, so can you guys see I've got these, they're kind of crunchy, they're kind of sandy looking on the top. So this is obviously after they have dried, but you're going for that sandy look when these are cooking, and your house is going to smell so incredible when you make these. No matter what seasoning that you're using, you can even use like our honey sriracha. They don't have to be sweet nuts, they can be savory. So you can use the honey sriracha, you can use that Gouda if you like. So see, I'm just gonna sort of spread these around so that they're getting a good stir and keeping them from clumping together. So what do you guys think about this electric pop and stir? I can't wait to help you get this in your kitchen. It's going to be the perfect gift for anybody that you know who loves popcorn. And of course, it's a great wedding gift, birthday gift for no reason, right? So stay tuned. I'll come back. Remember, this recipe says it takes 9 to 12 minutes. So I'll come back in 9 to 12 minutes. We will transfer this over to parchment paper and I'll show you guys the finished product. So stay tuned, I'll be back. All right, you guys, I am back and I have the most amazing smelling kitchen right now. Can you guys see how beautiful these are? Let me zoom in so that you can get a closer look. They have that sandy color. They're dusted with like that sugar. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this to the off setting so that it stops spinning. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna transfer these over to a parchment lined cookie sheet. So this is our medium sheet pan here, and I went to grab some parchment paper and realized the box of parchment was empty. So I don't know how I missed that when I used the last piece, but guess what? I have this really cute Merry Christmas parchment paper, and I think that's just perfect since this is a great holiday gift idea. So what we're gonna do, again, take your little microwave grips or oven mitts, mini oven mitts, and you're gonna just gently pick this up, and then I'm just gonna toss these right on the top. Now you'll see there's a little bit of sugar stuck to that, and I've got one nut. The really cool thing about this, I'm telling you, I was blown away by how easy this is to clean. So when this cools off, you'll be able to use some hot water just to loosen that up. And actually, I'll show you what I used. I'm glad it's within arm's reach here. I used the utensil scrubber to scrub off any of that crusty stuff that was stuck on, that sugary mixture stuck onto that little rod. So you're gonna unscrew this little piece here, and that little rod comes right off. Put a little soap right in here and just scrub back and forth, and that will come right off. I found it incredibly easy to clean. So I'm going to just kind of spread these out so they're not sticking together, and we'll let these cool. And then these are gonna be ready to eat or gift. So let me know what makes you so excited about this product and what you're gonna use it for the most. Are you gonna use it mostly for popcorn? Are you gonna use it for candied nuts? Is it gonna be for you to eat, or is it gonna be for you to give gifts? So I love giving food gifts. I always joke and say feeding people is my love language. And so I love feeding others. And so this is a great opportunity to make and share food gifts. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to go to theflipflopchef.com. You'll be able to access my recipe community with thousands of recipes, including many variations for these candied nuts and popcorn. I have a giveaway every single Friday, and I'm also a consultant with the Pampered Chef, so I'd also love to be able to sell this product to you, help you get it in your kitchen. So reach out to me. There's shopping buttons on my website as well. I'm happy to help you anytime. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.